Prehistoric Dog by Berserker Electronics. Just got this pedal in today, and I thought I would do a little video of it because there's not a whole lot of videos out there about it. They're handmade by Berserker Electronics. I have serial number 116, so that's probably why there's not a lot out there about them. There's only 116 out in the wild. It's a really cool pedal. It's a preamp based on the preamp of a Sunn beta lead, beta bass amplifier. So if you don't know, those were solid state amplifiers in I think like the late 90s or early 2000s. And they were sort of famous for using all solid state distortion. A lot of people called them like the first good sounding solid state amplifier. I was curious if it was going to be through hole or surface mount parts. There are some DIY like circuit boards that you can buy as like kits to do it yourself. I wondered if this person from Berserker Electronics was just reselling those, or if they had their own board. It turns out they do have their own board that they've made. They are surface mount components, and it does use the hex inverter, which is the CMOS chip that the original Sunn beta lead amplifiers used. So I was really excited to check this out. I've been trying to get it for like a year or so. Every time this person made a batch, I just wasn't the right time, didn't have the right money, whatever. And this time I decided to get a little birthday present for myself, so I got one, and I'm super impressed and I love it. One of the reasons I wanted to get it was because Adam Jones had mentioned somewhere in the 2000s that he had used a Sunn beta lead to record part of Lateralis with. People that tone chase him know that he usually uses at least 3 amplifiers. He's got his VH4, his Marshall Super Bass, and then Mesa. I think it's a triple rectifier. A lot of people say it's a dual rectifier, but in this interview he had mentioned that he had swapped the Mesa with the Sunn beta lead, and I just was really curious to see what that kind of mix would sound like. So I wanted to do a little demo, both by itself and in like a band context. And then I also want to include it mixed with other amplifiers, which is how I'm intending to use it, at least at first. For the demo, I'm doing a little bit of promotion for myself. I have an album came out today called Origin, and I'm just going to steal my DI tracks from there and then run it through the pedal. So you'll hear just the Sunn beta lead preamp, the Prehistoric Dog pedal, as the only guitar amp tone in the mix of this song. And then you'll hear everything, so all of my amps mixed in with the Prehistoric Dog pedal. And then lastly, just the Prehistoric Dog and the guitars with everything else taken out. Signal chain wise, I've got the guitar DI tracks coming out. I was using my Adam Jones Epiphone art series, all stock the way it came. I didn't do any mods myself, but I believe it's a Seymour Duncan SH6 in the bridge. And that's going to be running into the Prehistoric Dog pedal, and then the pedal is running into my orange micro tear, just because the signal sounded better running through an amp than it did just coming straight out of the pedal into the DAW. And then in Cubase I'm adding a Mesa 412 impulse response. so let me know what you think. I really like it. I'm going to use it on pretty much anything that I can throw at it and see what happens. For this demo, I didn't really do a lot of setting changes or anything. How you see it here is basically how I had it set. Lead channel, and then all the knobs set to there. I didn't try the bass voicing at all, but it does have a switch to go from lead to bass, and what that does is it changes some of the resistor and capacitor values to try to voice the distortion and voice the EQ section for bass frequencies instead of like mid-rangey guitar frequencies. Really cool. I would recommend checking it out if you're interested in that type of sound. I think they still have 1 or 2 available on Reverb. Otherwise, you'll just have to save their store and wait until one pops up.